Eh?
We gonna talk about film. I just had to say that. My fault.
What do you mean? What made me say it?
Why would you say that?
Why would I say it?
Do you know the history behind it?
What do you mean?
But no. If I ask you, you got shoestrings in your shoes. You said what I mean. Do you know the history of the common due to blackface?
Yeah, of course I know the history.
So you basically like, nah, we ain't talking about this. Nah, I respect. I ain't doing that.
No. I'm completely fine to have the conversation.
You don't want to do it.
No, I do. I would love to. Well, no, what's the issue? If Druski, first of all, comedy should be allowed in the world, right? Do you believe in that? Do you believe in comedy?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
So, but that's an oxymoron, and that's a footy of mine. You said comedy should be accepted because that blackface shit is not comedy. It's disrespectful to the culture of people that got dark skin.
So do you think Whiteface is disrespectful?
Whiteface shit. White Chick's a movie. How is it disrespectful?
I don't think it's disrespectful.
Me neither.
I think it's funny. I think we should all be able to.
Blackface ain't.
And
That,
no, but this is exactly my point, though. This is exactly my point, though. Is that it's a double standard. Everyone should be able to make fun of everyone.
History behind it of bruising us, bruising people like me.
And that's why I just wanted to have the conversation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. No, I'm not saying I'm right. I just like to have conversations that challenge the mind. And that was all my point was with bringing it up.
Hold on, love. I'm going to tell you the difference between liking and understanding. First, I respect what you like. But you got to understand who you are and the volume and depth of what your words can do and what they mean, respectfully. But I've seen you, I talked to you, I know people that know you. I know you ain't know how deep that word was. Because you got niggas like me, bro, that just want to get active on people like that. Because you know better than a nigga with a cape on his head. So that's basically what you said, like what you stand for. You just don't know that. Now, what you stood up for,
I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, let me break it. That's the fact that I just said all this and you didn't understand it. You don't even know the history behind the comments you made. It was just, it's not like I'm being serious. I want to educate you, bro, because y'all ever some shit you making jokes about, bro, folks' grandmama experienced that torture in it. You know what I'm saying, bro? So ain't nobody experienced torture with no white face. But a blackface with
but I think, but again, we can go into like all of this. Like, people are oppressed, different, races, all of this stuff, and people should be able to make fun of it. Like, if I'm Jewish, bro, and people should be able to make fun of that, no matter what happened or what people went through.
Nah, people can't make fun of Jewish, Muslims, Christians, and that, because I come from an era where you don't disrespect religion. You don't even talk about it. It's respect.
Yeah, so I think you're a more serious guy. I'm not serious. And I'm a more like, let's all make fun of each other and be bros. I'm friends with blacks, whites, purples, Mexicans, all of the above, girls, boys, Indians, all of that. So I think you're like really serious.
I do too.
You're really serious. You're a serious guy and you're like, I don't want to make fun of anybody. I'm the opposite. Like, let's all make fun of each other. Let's all roast each other.
Now that's your side. But Waka, how am I serious? You don't even know me if you said I'm serious. And I ain't got nothing about being Jewish or black or this. I'm not talking about race. Bro, I don't care about this shit, what you saying. That don't got nothing to do with what you talking about. Man, I'm not serious.
You guys see how politics are just?
Yeah. No, this not politics. This education. This how I grew up. Like, when I make jokes how he did, the difference between him is I got punished for that shit. Like, hey, Waka, why you out here running your mouth doing, nigga, you know, this happened with this. You don't make fun of white, black, this, because this, they educated me. I seem serious because education is serious, K. Like, I don't want you to be blindsided somewhere. But, you know what I'm saying? We all want to be bros. Nigga, I joke with everybody. My friends are like a bag of Skittles. We from every nationality, every color, every race. But it's not about everybody being oppressed. It's about you acknowledging oppression with everyone because God gave you a status to be somewhere to talk with with empathy, with morality, with integrity. So basically what I'm telling you is they got history behind that. Like, bro, like real deal history, bro. Like, I'm sitting here because I did some shit in Amsterdam when people made face. I never knew what blackface was, so I went out the country. And I watched people dress up with black faces on their face, bro. That shit made me mad as fucking Amsterdam because they was mocking us. But then that shit.
Yeah, I think if they're mocking, then that's one thing. If it's like comedy, that's why I love comedians, is because they can get away with like saying and making fun of anyone or anything. And that's why I said I loved Druski's skit. And by the way, I'm a Republican and I'm white.
All right, what's good, y'all? Once again, man, make sure y'all do the thing. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell for all new content coming up. This one's gonna be quick, man, or maybe it's gonna be long. In this scene, of course, you saw what Waka Flocka was saying about Jake Paul's blackface. Now, to give y'all some context, Of course, Druski did, I guess you call it Whiteface, but, you know, I hate to even term Whiteface, but Druski did Erica Kirk, I believe is her name. He did Charlie Kirk's wife, where he didn't say it was Erica Kirk, but he basically just did a skit showing that he was mimicking things like people like Erica Kirk, but, you know, you can obviously see it's Erica Kirk. So, of course, Druski got a lot of backlash for it, not because he did that, just because that he did Charlie Kirk's wife, with Charlie Kirk passing back in October or September, whichever day it was. So they were just basically, giving him a lot of backlash regarding doing that skit. Very funny skit. To me, it was accurate. To me, it was funny. So as you can see, Waka Flocka, he was basically trying to let Jake Paul know, and I'm sorry, let me continue the context. Jake Paul then went on his brother's podcast and said, what if he does blackface? He think it'd be funny if he actually put on blackface and became Druski. And I think there was an AI image that went out there of Jake Paul, the hair, the blonde tips, where he looked like Druski. So not saying he couldn't do it, and not saying it wouldn't be funny. But he was saying basically, I don't know if he did it. And he also went on, I forgot the guy's name, Matt Cole or somebody else's podcast to talk about it and, you know, stuff like that. So basically Waka Flocka was telling him like, hey man, listen, you could do blackface, but if with his platform of who he is, doing it would be just basically tone deaf and ignorant to the struggle that black people went through. Normally in a situation like this, when it comes to comedians, because I'm all for freedom of speech and freedom of creative, the creative process of being able to do what you want. I just watched Kevin Hart's roast, where the white people went up there and did everything but say the N-word, say nigger. They basically poked fun at all black people, our skin color, but it was a roast. And although I found it offensive, I did find it offensive at some things they were saying, I understood the element in which they were in. And some of those people didn't have platforms. Even from Kevin Hart's roast, I believe the only thing I heard afterwards that got kind of just a lot of backlash was The Rock using the R word. And I don't mean the one that starts with grape, but the one that, he referred to as Draymond Green, adding a D in front of it, but retarded. And he got a lot of backlash where Sher Underwood came to bat for him. And you notice that all the other comedians are not on The Rock's level. So the reason why it is so polarizing is because of who The Rock is. The Rock is of stature to where, bro, you go to Make-A-Wish foundations, you can't be saying the word in an insult type of fashion of who you be actually going to make a wish for. So if I was a person working with The Rock, I would tell him to refrain from that word based on your level of who you are, superstardom, because all it is when you're up here, it's not gonna, saying that isn't going to make you go higher. It's only going to, if you're already at the top, it's only going to bring you down. And they try to find reasons to bring you down. So that's why I would tell Rock, don't even give them a reason to bring you down. With that being said, Waka Flocka was basically trying to tell Jake Paul that, hey man, it's okay to do blackface. I'm sorry, it's okay for black people to do whiteface because white people haven't been oppressed like we've been oppressed. But doing blackface, you're basically mocking, my grandmother's mother or my grandmother's grandmother who actually had to go through this. We're not far removed from the film when they were doing blackface, 1920s. 30s, 40s, when black people couldn't be on screen, they had to use white people to play black people, and they always did it in a hokey way, watermelon, cotton picking, things like that. It was never like a dramatic, it was never to make us look in good light. It was only to make us look hokey, buffoonery, shucking and jiving, basically. So he was basically saying that, hey, since film has been around, we haven't got that far removed from where this actually affected us as a people, our family members. So it's actually a spit in our face when a white person puts on blackface, especially to do it for comedy. Now, if you're doing it in a sense to say, let me do something for real, which I don't know why you would do it, I could see someone maybe getting a pass where you're not making us look messed up. I know it goes back to, I know Jake Paul didn't bring it up, but it's going to go back to Robert Downey Jr. putting on the makeup for his, I guess you call it, quote unquote, blackface to play in Tropic Thunder. That was a method actor. That was a running joke within a movie, which meaning that basically it wasn't Robert Downey Jr. just jumping on screen playing a black man. It was the comic fact that he was a method actor, that he was so method acting that he would go into his role so hard that in order to play they asked him, I guess he, went for a black role, that he got so into it to where he lived with a black family. He became a black man, basically. That is a running joke in the movie, which, again, I didn't mind that. To even ask for permission to do it is wild for Jake Paul. Jake Paul should have just did it, and then after he did it, just ask for forgiveness. But what Waka Flocka trying to tell him is like, Jake Paul, you're way up here. It doesn't shoot you higher doing blackface. You could do box, fight Mike Tyson, do whatever you want to do. For you to be up here and you want to do, based on your audience, and you want to do blackface to make fun of Druski, and it seems to be kind of more retaliatory based on Druski doing Whiteface, where maybe Jake Paul likes Erica Kirk and was like, oh, wow, you're going to do that? Well, watch me do you. And it seemed like when he was on the podcast with his brother, that's kind of what he was hinting at, like, oh, so he could do that? All right, let me do him. I don't think that's the energy you need to bring behind it. And like Waka Flocka told him, if there's anybody that's black around him that told him, yeah, bro, you should do that, it's going to be funny if you do it, those are misguided black people. And, they're not worth shit. So my take from that is that, no, Jake Paul, you're at a high level. There's no reason, comedy, your comedic timing, you're not even a comedian, but there's no reason for you. You're a YouTuber, technically. There's no reason for you to do blackface, do Druski, and you're actually gonna paint you like Druski's light skinned. So if you go darker than his tone, it's gonna be an insult. So Druski's damn near your color. Just go get a tan and play Druski. Just put on some shades, put on his outfit. You could be Druski. Get a tan. Put on blackface and make yourself darker than Druski. It's a blow to it's a blow to our people. It's a blow to the black society. So I understood Waka Flocka directly. I know he said he'd never been on stream before, and he'd rather have this conversation off camera, but they had it on camera with Clavicle or whatever his name is. And I agree with Waka Flocka. With that being said, let me know your guys' take, man. Y'all seen the video. Let me know if y'all feel is Waka Flocka right or is Jake Paul right? Can he do blackface and do Druski without any pushback? Or is Waka Flocka right? Should white people just not do blackface? Leave that to every other race to do them because, I don't know. There's so many nuances to it. I really would love your take. So if you don't mind, jump in the comments. Let's have your take on it. And if you don't know what to say, share it to somebody. Let's see what they have to say. But do the thing. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let's go.